The number one habit that can change your life instantly, starting today, is how you perceive things, how you interpret things, and the meaning that you give to the experiences that happen in your life. So many times we are going through something and labeling it as bad. It's evil. We're fighting against the dark, horrible things in our life. The gossip, the pressure, right? People that are trying to trick us, and companies that are trying to take advantage of us. And we're seeing the world in this terrible light and wondering why we're having a horrible, horrifying experience. Well, if you want to have a better experience, you got to change how you interpret the actual experiences themselves. We think that it's something on the outside that needs to change for our happiness to start to flourish. But in reality, it's an inside job. See, no matter how hard you pursue happiness or joy, you'll usually find yourself pretty empty because you are searching for it in something external. And when you do that, you end up finding that you need a new object and a new thing to pursue. And there's always something next to try to satisfy your never-ending inner hunger. And that's okay. You can go on journeys, you can try to pursue a goal. That's fantastic. I encourage it. I want you to go and crush it and succeed. But at the same time, it's so important that whatever happens, whether you succeed or fail or stall, and so many times in our lives we're just not making that much progress, what meaning are you giving to that? You know? What do you say? Do you say, well, this is me being stuck and I hate it and it's horrible and I hate my life and I hate myself and I'm a failure because I'm not in explosive progress right now. You know, there's not this crazy J-curve, hockey stick growth going on. So that must mean that I'm just forever stuck. This is my life now. I'm not going to progress. I'm not going to grow. Just because things aren't popping for me right now, it means that they never will. And this is just a horrible interpretation that's going to keep you stuck and limited for longer, because whatever you perceive, you will receive. So if you perceive that everything is against you and it's difficult and it's challenging and that life is hard, right? It's such a grind. You gotta hustle. Then you get more of that. I know I've been stuck in that mode many times and everything felt like such hard work and difficulty. And other times I've been through something far more difficult, objectively speaking. However, subjectively, in my interpretation, in my view, it was easier than some of the easier things that I went through before that I interpreted as difficult. So it's the filter, it's the lens that you're seeing things through that affects the experience the most, not the actual thing itself. That's a tongue twister. So I want you to understand that if you want to succeed more, to be happier, to be more fulfilled, to achieve your goals faster too, as well, it works for that. Change your filter, change the way you interpret. Ask yourself better questions. Go from saying, why is this happening to me? Or why is it so difficult? Or why does it have to be this way? Or why always me? And start saying, hey, what's the opportunity? That's one of my favorite things. One of my clients that I worked with that built a huge company, he would always say, what's the opportunity here? What an opportunity, in fact, he would say, with a lot of energy. So whenever something would go wrong or it was difficult, every time, what an opportunity. What an opportunity. What can I do about this? How can I improve? How can I learn from this? I always like to ask, what's the lesson here? It's very helpful. Because if you ask what the lesson is, you'll find the learning lesson. If you ask what's wrong with me, you'll find character flaws. Which one do you want? Which one would you rather have? You're basically ordering your own dinner, so choose wisely. Stop asking for shit on your plate if you don't want to eat it. Stop asking, why am I failing? Why am I struggling so much? What's wrong with me? Why can I never get it right? And start asking, how can I get it right? How can I improve? How can I grow? How can I get better? How can we go further next time? That's the mindset shift. That's the number one habit that will change your world. Try it today. 3 bad things are probably going to happen to you just over the course of one day. At least, if not many, many, many more. There are at least 3 or so challenges every day. Frequently, many more again. Take a few of those and go, what's the lesson here? Take a few other ones and go, how can I grow? How can I improve? How can I master this? How can I get better? What's one step that I can take today to make faster progress and more growth and enjoy my life more. This really is the secret to unlocking so much more of your potential, so much more happiness and joy, and in the end, so much more growth.